Professor Black Ops. You see it. Let's get it. Target the Microsoft SQL Server ransomware attack. Never stops. Let's check out the article. Make that a little bigger for the old people like me in the back of the room. Microsoft SQL Server hacked into TargetCompany ransomware attack. Vulnerable Microsoft SQL Server being targeted in a new wave of attacks with FARGO malware. Security researchers are warning. And we know Microsoft SQL Server is running a ton of companies. So, MS-SQL Server are database management systems holding data for internet service and apps. Disrupting them can cause a severe business trouble. And also the good things like credit card, HIPAA information, government information. A ton of that stuff stored on SQL Server. Dropping the Cobalt Strike beacon, and in July when threat actors hijacked the vulnerable MS-SQL Server to steal bandwidth for proxy servers. The latest wave is more catastrophic, aiming for quick and easy profits by blackmailing database owners. And two is once you get DBAs, those are database administrators, you need to make sure they're using private accounts. You need to make sure they're MFAing to get on those boxes, so make it harder. FARGO ransomware, a.k.a. TargetCompany. Security researchers at Security Emergency Response Center says that FARGO is one of the most prominent ransomware strains that's focused on MS-SQL servers, along with GlobeImposter. The malware family has been referred to as Malox in the past because it's used to append the .malox extension on the files that it's encrypted. Also, this strain is the same as IVS. Researchers named the TargetCompany in a report February highlighting the files encrypted may be recovered for free in some cases. Statistical data about ransomware attacks on the ID ransomware platform indicated that the FARGO family of file encrypted malware is quite active. So that shows you the increase for those couple days from September 13 to September 19 and August 24th. So infection and execution. The researchers noted that the ransomware infection starts with the MS-SQL process on a compromised machine downloading the .NET file using cmd.exe and PowerShell.exe. The payload fetches an additional malware, including the locker, generates and runs a bat file that terminates a specific process and service. Next, the ransomware payload is injected into the app launch.exe, a legitimate Windows process, and tries to delete the registry key for open source ransomware vaccine called Raccine, Raccine. Additionally, the malware executed recovery deactivation command and terminates database related process to make their content available for encryption. So it shows you right there the process kill sub. It shows you these files is looking at. The FARGO ransomware strain includes some software that directs and directories form encryption to prevent the attack system from becoming completely unstable. Exempt from encryption are Microsoft Windows system directories, the boot file, the Tor browser, Internet Explorer, user customization settings, the debug log file, or the thumbnail database. After the encryption completes, the locker files are renamed to a .fargo3 extension, and the malware generates a ransom note called recoveryfiles.txt. So there it tells you, and a lot of hackers do this, what you need to do, though your files are encrypted, give us the money. And this is how you get the key, right? So they give you the recovery files. Victims are being threatened with linking the stolen files on the threat actor's Telegram channel. Unless they pay the ransom, database servers are often compromised through brute force and dictionary attacks that are successful against accounts protected with weak credentials. Alternatively, cyber criminals try to exploit known vulnerabilities that targets that are not patched. So that's why we always trying to patch. Remember, targets are not patched. The recommendation for the SQL Server administrator to make sure that you use strong enough and unique password. Additionally, keep the machine up to date with the latest fixes and security vulnerabilities. And it's advised that never goes out of fashion, right? So keep up to date, lock down your system, use unique passwords. On top of that, I would say use MFA passwords, right? So when you log on, it causes your phone, to accept that, to be able to log onto that box. So once again, new ransomware targeting SQL Server machines. Be careful out there, DBAs. I don't want you to be up all weekend trying to recover files and put databases back together. Professor Black Ops, please subscribe.